Hey, good afternoon guys, it's CJ here, and this is a video that I've been wanting to make for a really long time. It's might sound kind of self-explanatory, but to me, I love to have a good shave. I like to be, as you can see, I like to shave my head. I like to be clean shaven in the morning. It just gives you an all-around good appearance, clean-cut appearance. It gives you a fresh look and a fresh, clean feeling. And getting a good shave is important to a lot of guys. Now, the way that I'm going to show you how to shave today is the way that I was taught by my grandfather. Now, this is kind of a lost art of shaving. You see a lot of guys today, they've got these razors with 4 and 5 and 6 and 10 blades, okay, and there's all these different fancy shaving creams and shaving gels and stuff like that. But I'm here to tell you that stuff there will not give you a better shave than a simple one blade safety razor. Today I'm going to be shaving with an old school safety razor, okay? Here's a razor I'm going to be using. It's a Micro Touch 1, okay? You can get them at Walmart, you can get them at probably Target, you can order them online, all right? It's a safety razor. Now, what a safety razor is simply a razor that you insert an actual shaving blade, an actual razor blade into, and they work very, very easily, okay? They have, most razors, safety razors are designed the same, and again, these are old school razors. These are razors that guys were stopped using probably late 70s, early 80s, okay? If you're my age, I'm 41, your dad probably grew up shaving with these, and your grandfather definitely probably used them. All right, so they're very, very easy to use. Basically, how most of these work is they just have a little turn. You can unscrew the bottom, just a little piece here, and then inside you'll see it sits an actual blade. Okay, it's an actual. You have to be very careful when you're handling these. Only handle them by the sides. It's an actual razor blade. Okay, and these sit inside the razor. Now, this is only one blade. This doesn't have 3 and 4 and 5 blades, all right? But here's the thing. These blades last a long time. You can probably shave on these kind of blades for about 20, 25 bucks a year, all right? They're very, very easy to use. The razor opens up, like I said, you unscrew it at the bottom. You take your razor blade here, you just basically insert it so it's seated on there, and then you screw it back closed, okay, so it's nice and tight. And what you have is you have 2 sides, and that's another thing. You can use both sides of this blade. It's just a simple one blade. I'll try to get it, you can see the blade there, okay, and it's on both sides. It's just a simple blade, all right? Very, very easy to use, but these are going to give you the best shave that you've ever had in your life. So that's component number 1. That's the most important component, obviously. Okay, next, what I like to use is I have the good old-fashioned shaving cup. All right, now there's all kinds of different shaving creams you can use. With these cups, you can use any shaving cream you like. Okay, the shaving cream is important, but if you like to use gels, you can use gels. If you like to use foams, you can use foams. Okay, I like to use the soap discs that come. If you look inside, okay, there's a disc of soap in there, and it starts out as a disc that you buy, and it just slips into the cup. Okay, and what you're gonna use is to make a lather is component number 3, which is your shaving brush. This is a boar's hair brush. There are a couple of different kinds. I like the boar's hair brush, and really what's going to happen is you're going to wet your brush, and you're going to take your brush and you're going to go around like this, and you're going to make a lather that you're going to be able to put on your face. All right, this is old school shaving. This is going to give you the best shave of your life. It's going to be super smooth. Okay, so again, we have very simple, your safety razor, your cup. These cups have nice handles so you can hold them. your shaving cream of choice. You don't have to use that. You can use the good old-fashioned foam. If you want to do that, you can use, I also have, this is a really good shaving cream. It's kind of like a gel. All right, mostly it's gone right now. You can see that, and then you can get the other. This is more like a thick white gel. You have to kind of water it down a little bit, but then you can get the ones that you can use. They just kind of squirt out. Those are fine too. Okay, it doesn't. Like I said, the shaving cream. That's up to you. I like to use the soap. These discs have a combination of like aloe in them, and just the components in them make for a really great shave. And I have sensitive skin, so that it works much better for me. Okay, so now you're also going to need to have a towel or a face cloth. Okay, and you're going to need some really hot water. Now I have a little. I actually like to heat my water up on the stove because my sink water just doesn't get hot enough for me. Alright, so I have like a little teapot I heat up, and I just basically, what I'm going to do now is just dump it in the sink. I don't use all of it, kind of save some for the end. Okay, now this water is really hot, okay, because I did boil it. Alright, so I'm going to be very careful. Now, step number one, alright, take my glasses off here, make it a little bit easier. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get yourself a hot towel. That's easy to do. If the water is too hot, there's a couple ways you can do it. If the water is too hot, you can just run it under your hot sink water. But you're going to want to get this towel here nice and hot. It's just a regular hand towel. Okay, it's not a face cloth. It's just like you might have after you wash your hands. Just a regular hand towel. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it in the water. Okay, it's really, really hot, so I like to let it cool off after I get it wet, because it's just so hot that you can even see the steam maybe. It's just so hot that you can't even handle it. So you want to get it about as hot as you can handle. You don't want to, again, you don't burn yourself. Don't just put it in, dip it into the boiling water and then, throw it on your face, right? You won't even be able to handle it. You'll burn yourself. But you want to put this hot towel on your face. You want to make it as hot as you can stand it. And the reason for this is what you're going to do is you're going to soften up the stubble. Now, I normally shave every day, but for this video, as you can see, if I get close in here, I have about a 3 to 4 day growth here, and I actually have a pretty thick beard, and I let it get that way just for purposes of making the video. Get my towel still really hot. Okay, so that's why I did that. But normally I'd be shaving like this every day. Like I said, there's just something about having a really, really clean shave. So just gonna wait a couple of seconds, okay, while this towel cools off. Again, you don't have to bring the water all the way up to boiling. You could just, like I said, I have a teapot. I heat it up on the stove, bring it up into the bathroom, because my water that comes out of the sink, it's hot, but it's not, I want to have a really hot shave, and the water out of the sink just doesn't get hot enough. All right, so let's see if we can. I'd actually have to run with cold water. Okay. So once you have your towel to the temperature that you want, and again, make it as hot as you can handle it, you're just going to take your towel, all right, and kind of wrap it around your beard here. So you're covering, I kind of hold it with one hand in the back, and I take this other hand here, kind of look like I'm going skiing, all right, and I want to get, I'm going to pull it down so you can hear me. I want to get the stubble nice and hot. I want to soften it up. That way, it's going to make it nice and easy for the razor to cut through, and I'm going to be able to get a really close shave. Again, all right, you can do it twice if you want. I normally do it twice. Okay, for purposes of the video, I'm just going to do it that one time. All right, now take my brush here, I'm going to dip it in my hot water, shake off the excess water, and just kind of, actually what I like to do is get a couple of drops of water, kind of put a few drops in there on your soap disc, shake off the excess drop, start going around like this in a circular motion, okay, and you're going to be building up a lather. As you can see, you're building up a really nice lather inside this cup. You want to get it all over the brush, all right, and if you want to take a little hot water a little bit before you shave and kind of wet your face just before you put the shaving cream on, that's fine too. That'll help the shaving cream to slide on. That'll help your lather to slide on. And you're just going to take and lather up. You can see how nice this goes on. Now it's not too thick. That's why I like this soap, right? It smells really good too. Okay, it's not too thick, but it's just right. And every couple of strokes, what you want to do is, you know, go ahead in there and keep that lather up. If you want to grab a couple more drops of water in the process, just to keep the lather nice and rich, you can do that. And also what that'll do is, it'll heat it up. It'll make, you know, it'll heat your shaving cream up a little bit while you're lathering up, okay? Just want to get your whole face covered. Now, very important with these safety razors, one thing that's very, very important, okay? You do not ever want to run the razor, okay, over your skin with no lather, all right? That could cause ingrown hairs, can cause a lot of messy problems. Let me just check in the mirror here and make sure that it's kind of tough in the camera. Make sure that I've got a nice lather and that it's covering everywhere that I want to shave. All I do is I just rinse off the brush right into the sink. I just let that excess soap go into the water, and that'll be nice. That'll actually add some of the aloe and minerals and stuff to your water. Next thing you're going to do is, obviously, you're going to shave, but you're going to take your safety razor. Now, this is not like using one of these 3 and 4 and 5 blade razors. All right, you have to be very careful with this, and this razor's got some weight to it. Okay, it's kind of heavy, so you're not gonna apply pressure to your face. You're basically gonna let the weight of the razor do the work. You want to dip it in your hot water. Okay, I like to let my razor get nice and hot. Again, I've got really hot water. I like to let it sit in there for 15, 20, 25 seconds, even 30 seconds. Let the razor get nice and hot. Now, what you're going to want to do is, again, you're going to want to let the weight of the razor shave, because I want to reiterate, these are very, very sharp. This is a razor blade, okay? This is like using a straight razor. You want to be very, very careful, okay? You want to take and hold the razor, all right, at a 45-degree angle to your face, okay? It's kind of tough to do while I'm filming. All right, I might screw up my sideburn here, but you're going to want to hold it, and then try to hold it right at the bottom like this, so you can just let the weight of the razor, just let the weight do the work. Just let it sit on your skin, and really short strokes. Again, you don't have to apply pressure. Few short strokes, just like that. Okay, rinse. And if you want to repeat, you can repeat. Again, you don't want to really be running this razor over your face without any soap. It's just as easy, if you really want to get a close shave, it's just as easy to lather up again. In fact, what I like to do is I will shave going with the grain. After I'm done, I'll relather and I will shave going against the grain, okay? So now if you want to, you can rotate, as I showed you. This has a blade on both sides. If you want to, if you want to switch back and forth, you can switch back and forth. All right, that's entirely up to you. But as you can see, I'm just holding it at a 45-degree angle. I'm just letting the razor, really short strokes. There's no need, okay, to apply a lot of pressure, and you're not going to believe how close of a shave that you're going to get without even really applying any pressure. All right, it's really something. Now, you can also, one of the things you're going to want to do too is you can pull your face and tighten up your skin. Now I showed you that growth, okay? This, I hardly applied any pressure. This is smooth as can be, okay? As smooth as can be. The shave is so clean, it's incredible. All right, now I like to kind of make, it's gonna probably look like I'm making a funny face, but I like to kind of stretch out and short, slow strokes, and there's no need to apply pressure. Let the weight, just hold the razor right at the bottom, right on this bottom piece here, just like I'm doing, between your two fingers, and let it rest. Let the weight of the razor rest. There's no need to push down because these are so sharp, okay? But you got to be careful. I've gotten to the point where I used to cut myself a little bit in the beginning, and that doesn't even happen. I've gotten really good with it. And I'm gonna show you that what I do is I give it a double take, I call it. I relather, and I will go shave again and go against the grain. In other words, I'll go upward this time. And it's the same thing. You're gonna do the same thing, but you're just gonna, you're gonna be going in a different direction. All right, and this is kind of tough to do because everything I'm doing is the opposite because I'm doing it, on the camera. So it's a little bit tough to do, but I think you can get the idea. You can take your other hand here and push, like just kind of touch right here, pull down and kind of close your mouth up here. And you want to get the skin, now I'm talking, which I normally wouldn't do, and I wouldn't recommend you do this, but you're going to want to get the skin as tight as possible. All right, you want to get it nice and taut, and short, smooth strokes, okay? And you're not going to believe the amazing shave that you're going to get with these safety razors. Now again, this is, your grandfather definitely would have been using these if you're my age. Most likely your dad did. I know my dad did until they started coming out with all the 3 and 4. I can remember when they first came out with a double razor blade, and that was huge. So basically I've gone one way. Here's what I'm going to do. I like to relather up. Again, take my brush, cup, a few drops of water in here, all right? Just drop in a couple of drops of water, all right? Shake off the rest of the brush, and again, go ahead and quick circular motion. Get yourself a nice, as you can see I'm getting a nice thick lather going, and just do the old lather again. There's really no science to this, okay? Just want to make sure you cover everywhere that you're going to want to shave, because it's not recommended. What'll happen if you run the razor over your face where there's no soap or no shaving cream, lather, what'll happen is you can get bumps. Okay, you can cut yourself too, but you can also get shaving bumps. You can get ingrown hairs, stuff like that. All right, so you're gonna want to avoid that as much as possible. So like I said, I do have sensitive skin. So now that I'm lathered up again, and I'm gonna rinse my brush off into the water. Okay, shake off the excess. Now let my razor soak again, let it get nice and hot. Now again, at this point what I'll do is I'll add the rest of my water, okay, that I boiled up. And again, you don't have to boil it. If you want to get it just semi-hot or hotter than what your sink will give you, you can do that. Okay, myself, I like it nice and hot. All right, and in the beginning, applying the towel, you can do that 2 or 3 times. I did it once for the, you know, just as an example, but you can do it 2 or 3 times. Now this time, I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to start, again, I'm holding the razor the same way, right at the bottom here. I'm going to start underneath, and again, 45-degree angle. But I'm going to go against the grain this time. Now I'm going a little bit fast because I'm good at this. In the beginning, you're going to want to go slow. All right. And just make sure that you cover your entire face when you're shaving. Again, I'm not applying any pressure, just holding the razor against my skin. All right, and like I said, it does have 2 blades. I showed you on 8. It's got a blade here. You can turn it around. It's got another blade. If you wanna, you can shave with it, and then you can, instead of going in the water, you can flip it around again. Then you can rinse. All right. And I like to, on the second time, I like to kind of pull my skin here, let it get nice and tight. And go against the grain. All right. This is how you're gonna end up with a super smooth shave. All right. You don't need all these fancy friggin', you know, 5, 6 blade things. You just need your trusty single blade safety razor. All right, now you're gonna want to be real careful if you go against the grain on your mustache, because that's where, at least for me anyway, that's where I tend to cut myself or bleed. And, you know, I probably didn't do as good a job as I normally would, because I'd be looking in the mirror and not this camera. So, another thing I like to do is take my hand like this, pull down, and kind of get right here. And sometimes, if you want to go across like this, just be very careful. And you can go like that, okay, and just get everything. Now, I'm just going to call that a shave. Now, what a lot of people do now is they go ahead and they rinse their face off with hot water. All right, you're not going to want to do that. What you're going to want to do now, after you're done shaving, is I like to just empty my sink out, get rid of all hot water. What you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to apply cold water. All right, you can take your towel, which at this point is not going to be hot anymore, and just get rid of the excess shaving cream. And again, this doesn't have to be perfect because you're gonna. Now, go ahead and get your. What I'm doing now is I'm actually getting my towel nice and cold. And the reason why I want to apply a cold towel and not a hot towel after I get done shaving is because I'm going to apply aftershave cream, and what the cold does is it closes up your pores, okay? So, just going to apply a cold towel, just like I'm doing here. If you want to wrap it around like they do at the barber shop sometimes, you can just do this, like this, and hold it there, all right? I do it a couple of times, all right? Really, really cold, as cold as you can get it, all right? And close up those pores before you go and apply your aftershave of choice. Now, I like to use aftershaves that don't contain alcohol, because alcohol can irritate and dry your skin up. There's a number of good brands out there. Normally I find the ones that are made specifically for sensitive skin work best for me. But again, if you like, and I like to use the lotion type aftershaves. I don't like the liquid aftershaves. I like to use the ones that have lotion in them, that have moisturizer in them, and I'm not going to go ahead and apply that right now, because I'm going to jump in the shower as soon as I get done with the video. There's no sense of putting it on and then washing it off. Another thing that I recommend is you should probably shave after you get out of the shower, and the reason being is when you're in the shower, you're going to clean all of the dirt and the grit and stuff out of your pores, and then you're going to want to shave where you have a nice clean face. Even though I did the exact opposite this time, just because I was making the video and I just wanted to knock the video out, and then I'm going to jump in the shower. But yeah, you want to kind of shave. It's best to shave after taking a shower, okay? So, and again, the equipment, the tools I have the cup, I have my soap disc, my boar's hair brush, and I have my safety razor. Another thing that's cool before I let you go, to point out, these are very easy to clean. Again, the bottom screws, the top will open up here. You're going to grab your razor by the sides, and you're just going to take your razor and run it under the water, under the sink. Get it all nice and clean. You can run the actual blade, part. You run the blade under the water, and you also run the razor, and then you just reseat it, and you can see that as I'm turning it here, it's just closing up, and I have my nice safety razor. It's all ready to go for my next shave. Now, let me just show you. I don't know how good you're going to be able to see this, but this is amazing. All right, the shave that I just got, all right, with one blade, okay, this is so smooth. I can barely feel, like I've ever had any hair there or stubble there. It's just super smooth. Even down here, which is really hard to get smooth, is super smooth. And again, I'm good at it. The first couple of times you may nick yourself a little bit, and that's okay. You're just gonna want to go slow. And again, be super careful. These are very sharp. If you screw up, you will get cut, okay? And you can get cut pretty badly if you want, if you mess up. I guess that's about it. For cleanup, you're gonna notice that the cup has some soap around the edges. The soap disc here is kind of going to be inside. Once you put it in the cup, it's going to stay in there until you're done with the soap. I just take my wet towel and kind of go around the edges here, and I get it nice and clean. Get that excess soap off around the inside, and I just kind of go around here till it's nice and clean, and then and then I let it air dry. Just get it nice and clean like that. All right, and then put my cup back and I'll let it air dry. All right, and this is how people used to shave. This is how men used to shave. This is what I call the real man shave. I do also use the razor on my head. If you're somebody that shaves your head, I don't recommend using this razor on your head until you get very comfortable with it. What I would do at the beginning is go ahead and use it for your face until you get comfortable with it, and then after you can use your 2 or 3 or 4 blade razor that you're using. You can continue to use that on your head until you get comfortable with the single blade safety razor, and then and only then you can go ahead and start shaving your head with that, because again, it's super sharp. But as far as getting a shave, I don't care how many blades a razor has, you will not get a closer, smoother shave than what you'll get with a single blade safety razor. All right, now let's talk a little bit about cost before I let you go. The razor that I just used, it was $19.99 plus tax. It came with 24 blades as well, which is pretty much enough for a whole year of shaving. So I got a beautiful safety razor, and this is not some this is not some piece of crap razor. This is heavy. This is a heavy razor. This is a quality razor, and I'll put some details and stuff about which razor it is and all that. I'll have that underneath the video in case you guys want to know what razor I used, where I got my shaving brush, my shaving cup, and that type of stuff. But you can find all these things if you look. You can find them online. You can find them at just about any big retail establishment. They're not going to have a huge selection. They might just have one, a choice of one. Because again, these things have been overtaken by all these fancy type razors. Now, for $20, I got a year's worth of blades and I got a quality razor. I don't know if you've ever had to, I'll show you. I have one of these razors here. It's got 5 blades, all right? And, it's one of these ones where you have to buy the refill blades. 4, or is it 5? It might be 5. Anyway, 4 or 5 of these blades cost just as much as what I paid for that safety razor, and a year's worth of blades. Now, 4 or 5 blades will probably last me about a month. So to shave with one of these, the razor itself I believe was about $20, and I'm looking at around $20 a month or so for blades. So we're looking at $260 a year to shave with one of these versus $20 a year to use this and to get a super shave that just can't be beat. Okay, that's about it. Just wanted to go ahead and demo that. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. Just want to let you guys know that these things are out here. Just because you're a young guy, it doesn't matter what age you are. The safety razor is a timeless classic, and it's one of those things where they made it right the first time, and there was really nothing wrong with it. My opinion on it is, look, if they make these here razors and you have to keep buying these blades, the whole point is that they're going to be making money because every month or so you're going to have to go, or it depends on how thick your beard is. Sometimes one of these blades will last 3 or 4 shaves for one guy, maybe they'll last 10 shaves for another guy, maybe another guy can only get 2 shaves out of them. Point is, you're going to have to keep buying refills, and basically with the safety razor, they're going to make a lot less money on you, and that's the whole point. Okay, somebody at a desk, some number cruncher somewhere figured out that if we start making these guys keep having to buy these replacement blades, and even the ones that you can throw out, even the disposables, you're going to spend a ton more money. All right, do yourself a favor, go out, grab a safety razor, get yourself a year's worth of blades. It'll cost you around $25 with tax, and you'll get the best shave of your life. I want to thank you all for watching, and hope to be back soon with another video. Wish you all best wishes with everything that you do. Hope you all stay in good health. Thank you so much. Please don't forget, if you like the video, please don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate that, guys and gals.